Productions presents.
Copperheart Shattered Echoes contains mature language and situations geared toward an adult audience. For specifics and trigger warnings, please see the show notes. Welcome back to Copperheart Shattered Echoes. Please do not skip past this intro if you normally do, and I understand why you would, but please, I have some very important information about the series, and you don't want to miss it. This episode is sponsored by patron Irritating Fog, executive produced by George Pecenica, and is produced by Sholom West. Shattered Echoes is an anthology of tales that can be enjoyed individually or in order. Some will continue where the series left off. Some will jump ahead in time. Some will serve as prequel stories for our heroes and villains. Some may take place in parallel realities. Some may cross over or connect with other stories. And some may introduce new characters and situations to the Copperheart lore because, let's face it, the Visitor made a lot of ripples in reality. And now you get to explore them. I want to thank the thousands of Copperheart fans and all of the new listeners who joined us during the Shattered Echoes series, which is effectively Copperheart Season 2. Now, if you're saying, not really, it was an anthology, it was nothing like the original series, well, you're probably from the wrong ripple in reality. Copperheart has always been an anthology. In all seriousness, this is our final episode of Season 2, aka Shattered Echoes. But it will not be the last venture into the broken reality that is our show. Season 3 is going to be an all-new series set in the Copperheart universe with a brand new cast, though fans of characters throughout the past few years will be delighted to know that, yes, you will be hearing from your favorite characters again. I'll be leaking trailery tidbits as the production goes, but for now, I'll just leave you with this little tease. Colin Morris, who beautifully played the Copperheart Eden in Season 1, and Edward in Season 2, the episode entitled The Copperheart, will be filling the metal feet shoes of yet another of Eden's brothers, a human-hating Copperheart named Enmity, in Season 3. Now, I don't know how long the between-season break will be, but I can promise that we won't be hobbled by another pandemic, God willing, and that Season 3 production has already started. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can actually get the new show before episodes are officially released to the public. The first is, well, by becoming a Patreon member for us for as low as $5 a month for a bronze level. And while higher levels will get episode weeks before bronze, our bronze patrons will be getting them in as much as months before the new season is released. I like to make sure that I have a backlog set up before we go public, and this show takes a while to put together. Another way you can get next season's episodes early is by becoming a free follower to our Patreon. Free followers get periodic news bulletins and will be among the first after our Iron and Steel levels to get a chance to purchase individual episodes as they become available to the higher levels. You can find out more about our Patreon and the other shows that I produce at my website, riggstories.com. That's RIGGSTORIES.com. I'll put the address in the description below. Oh, and there's also a contact form on the site. If you love the show, please let me know. It really bolsters my spirits and makes me want to go on and really light a fire under it and get these shows out to you. And speaking of other shows, did you know that Copperheart is part of a larger transmedia universe? I also produce a steampunk RPG adventure comedy called Steamroller's Adventure Podcast. The witch visitor who stepped through the gateway in Season 1, by the name of Adrienne Booth, actually came from that universe. Shout out to Karin Heimdahl for that portrayal. Also, does the voice for our opening banner, welcoming you to Rigg Stories. Thank you so much, Karin. Then there's the YouTube VR animated series Whiskey Tango Furball. It's a tongue-in-cheek story of a group of anthropomorphic canine soldiers tasked with guarding secrets about UFOs and aliens. It may be animated, but it's not for children. And in Season 4 of that series, the Furballs uncover a mirrored cube that acted as a gateway to other realities. Sound familiar? Well, during the Copperheart hiatus, please give those shows a try. You can find out more at the website I mentioned or check out Rigg Stories' YouTube channel, which rotates all 3 shows twice every month. Whiskey Tango Furball can also be found at WT Furball on YouTube, and clips can be found on TikTok under the same name. Okay, now it's time to get on with the Season 2 finale. This episode, entitled Maiden Voyage, is actually a hint at how humanity started making leaps in technology that led to the visitors in the first place. It features the reality-bending return of Alicia Atkins as Roda, Aiya Islam as Pinarski, Kenneth Faircloth Jr. as Schiller, and Sarah Ruth Thomas as Iris. You'll also hear from Karin Heimdahl reprising her role as Captain Deborah Gleason from this season's episode ERV6, along with new voices played by Justine, Leah Hince, Jeremy Handy, Sholom West, and even some from our patrons filling in as extras. My thanks also goes out to composer Astral Fog for his magnificent theme work with Copperheart since day one, and my visitor partner, Robin, as the voice of Thana, the visitor, in our intros. Please enjoy Maiden Voyage, and thanks again for listening to Copperheart. After the episode, please keep listening for our cast and production credits, and our tribute to the Patreon family who has supported the show, enjoying early releases and other benefits. You can find out how to join our Patreon family, as well as learn about my other productions at riggstories.com.
Ladies and gentlemen and joyous persons of the solar system, welcome to this very special broadcast of Stars Alive. I'm Kent Fife. You know it's gotta be prime time somewhere in the galaxy, so put your hands and grippers, if you've got them, together for Angie and Steve.
Good evening, humanity. This is Steve Stevenson.
And I'm Angie Parker-Voss, and we are coming to you live from the Fisher-Onishi Lunar Gateway Station, where history is about to be made.
That's right, Angie. The personnel on station have set us up with the perfect view of the starship that will carry 120 humans and 60 animal species over 1,000 light years away and back again instantaneously.
Amazing!
Mind-blowing.
The DRSV Valley Forge, and we're told DRSV stands for Dimensional Relativity Shift Vessel.
Boy, say that 5 times fast, am I right?
The ship is shaped like a perfect sphere overlapping arrays of reflective material that we are told will protect it from the elements of deep space and time.
You probably don't know this, Angie, but space isn't actually a vacuum. There's a lot of stuff floating around out there, and some of it moves pretty darn fast.
That stuff you're referring to consists of elements like neutrinos, dust, cosmic rays, low-density particles, and plasmatic elements of hydrogen or helium. Dust, for example, can behave like millions of tiny armor-piercing bullets that could destroy a spacecraft.
Wow. I guess you really know your stuff.
Sure. The Valley Forge measures 16,579 feet in diameter, or just slightly more than 3 miles, or 5 kilometers.
All that space for 120 people and 60 animals?
Well, that's because most of the ship's volume is taken up by an intricate lattice of components that make up the Pinarski Crate Revel, or PKR drive system.
We spoke to Dr. Dennis Pinarski, lead designer of the PKR drive systems, just moments ago. Now, Dr. Pinarski, you spent the majority of your adult life working on a relativistic drive system that would carry humanity from point A to point B nearly instantaneously over light years of space-time. Can you explain for the folks at home exactly how that works?
There is so much wrong with nearly everything that fell out of your face holes there. Do all the folks at home have degrees in quantum mechanics, Newtonian physics, and classic relativistic field theory?
I should say not. I gotta be honest, I should say not.
Then no, I can't explain how it works.
Can you at least put it in layman's terms, the principle behind the PKR drive?
Sure. True hyperspace drive systems operate on the principle that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Not true. The shortest distance is actually a fold in time.
I see. Now, for those listening to the podcast version of the show...
People still listen to those things?
Some do. All right, what you just did was draw 2 points on a sheet of paper, fold it in half perpendicular to the line, and poke a pencil through the 2 points.
It's actually a type of synthetic plastic that behaves like paper and a tablet stylus. But sure, like that. Oh, and for the podcast listeners, I'm now crumpling up the paper, and now I'm throwing it past you.
Whoa! There it goes. Okay.
Now, go pick that up for me and bring it here.
All right, here we go.
Okay, now unfold it and smooth it out.
Okay, all right. Like this? Like this here?
There. That's how it works.
Oh, okay. So it bends and folds space multiple times before unfolding it, like this?
No, it just does what I tell it to do, like you just did.
Oh, that was wonderful to witness.
Yeah, yet another Sunday morning where Steve Stevenson gets to be your entertainment patsy. He did go on to explain that the drive literally collapses time-space on a molecular level, then recreates it, like unfolding the paper so cleanly, it's like it was never crumpled in the first place.
Amazing. We're joined now by the captain of the DRSV Valley Forge, Captain Deborah Gleason. Captain Gleason, hello.
Hello, and hello, Steve.
Hello, Captain.
Launch is just moments away. Are you nervous?
You'd think I would be, seeing as how I'm moments away from being ripped out of existence, only to be recreated again?
I would be scared out of my pants. Am I right, folks?
It is a frightening prospect, but the crew and I are prepared. We're well trained, and we'll be concentrating on our job so intently, I don't think it'll even face us.
Though you will be. Phased, I mean.
Exactly, yes.
How long have you trained for something like this?
Altogether, it's been about 15 years specifically on the PKR system, and 5 years before that on the crate drive simulator on Van Leeuwen. I was on the backup crew for the Acadia.
A tragedy. Yeah, horrible tragedy. Yeah.
A difficult question, but do you think about the Acadia as you prepare to duplicate its attempt?
No. The goal is to not duplicate what happened to the first DRS vessel. Years of refinement have gone into the drive, and Dr. Pinarski himself will be joining us on the journey. If that's not proof of concept and faith in one's work, I don't know what is.
Well, Captain, the eyes and ears of humanity are on you today. We wish you Godspeed and safe travels.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be seeing you again in 0.001 seconds.
Indeed. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, Captain Deborah Gleason.
We are just an hour away from the maiden voyage of the DRSV Valley Forge, and you can cut the tension and hope with a laser.
Yes, indeed. All this pomp and excitement, and all that'll happen is the crew will board, then step right back off again after having traveled across space and time, a journey that would take a particle of light more than 1,400 years.
That's right. We'll hear the countdown, and less than a second after go for launch, we're expected to feel a tingle, and perhaps what was described to us as a feeling of unease, confusion, or even déjà vu that will last only seconds.
And that's it. No flaming rockets, no rumbling, no contrails of superheated gas melting the gantry around it, just gone and back. Please rejoin us for the live Valley Forge launch when coverage resumes with the countdown.
Very exciting.
Thank you for rejoining us for the historic launch of humanity's first ever dimensional shift vessel. I'm Steve Stevenson.
Dr. Pinarski, one of the creators of the PKR drive system, in fact, the father of modern dimensional travel, was among the last to board the vessel. And when it returns less than a second after launch, he'll be the first to step off.
This is the most monumental moment for all of humanity. Seconds from now, we'll be stepping into a future that will make the exploration and colonizing of deep space,
and time.
yes, and time, possible.
We're witnessing a slight twinkle on the curved mirrored surface of the panels covering the enormous sphere-shaped vessel.
16,
And here we are, folks. Moments from history.
13, 12, 11,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Wait. What's going on? We weren't told it was going to shimmer
Folks,
like
there's something
that.
happening to the surface of the ship. It appears to...
Oh my god. No! Oh my god! Oh my god!
We
were the angels
descended
descending
from
from
light.
light.
are the demons who crawl
Are the
up from the dark.
demons who crawl up from the dark.
We
were the clockwork
were the
carpenters.
clockwork
We
carpenters.
Are the scions
scions
of time and space.
We
Were the
were
wraiths and spirits and legends.
We
Are the monsters, ghosts, myths.
We
We
were
were before death.
We
Are after life.
life. We
We
were the
were
destroyers
destroyers
of
of
infinite
infinite
realms.
realms.
We
Are the
are
creators
creators
of
of life itself.
We
We
were nothing.
were nothing.
We
We
are
are
everything.
everything. We
We
are human.
Copperheart Shattered Echoes. Copperheart Anthology Series by Michael J. Rigg.
Final reports, Captain Roda.
Thank you, Hince.
Standing by at station keeping, Captain.
Very good. Begin PKR startup idle sequence.
Aye.
Captain, you wanted me to remind you about
Shit. Right. Of all the things going into this launch, that's the one I was dreading most.
I can understand that, Captain.
I'll be in the aft BQ. Mr. Schiller, you have the bridge.
Fucking A.
Professionalism, Lieutenant Commander.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, aye, ma'am.
Good morning, Iris. Ready to make history?
Very much so, Captain Roda. Thank you for asking.
Nervous?
Yes, but I think I am more excited than nervous.
You're lying. It doesn't matter how intricate and detailed an AI's programming. You can't get nervous.
That is correct. I gave you what I thought you would like to hear to help ease your own mind. Your heart rate is up. Your breaths are shortening. And
Yes. Yes. I know. Anyway, you probably also know why I'm here.
to record the captain's farewell message, commonly referred to as the Acadia Address.
Oof. Why do they have to call it that? All right. Start recording, Iris.
Recording in 3, 2, 1.
This is Captain Ellen Roda of the DRSV Berkshire, third and final vessel of the PKR line, and hopefully the first human-made vessel to successfully travel the greatest distance in the shortest amount of time. Ugh, I hate that. Iris, strike all after Berkshire and resume recording.
Done. Recording resuming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We are the third in a line of sister ships constructed to traverse time and space. The first, DRSV Acadia, was destroyed when the drive spin was activated. The second, DRSV Valley Forge, vanished within a destructive quantum wave that destroyed the Fisher-Onishi Gateway Station. The DRSV Berkshire is the last hope for human advancement. We have learned from our costly mistakes, made advancements in all aspects of the dimensional relativity shift system, and in the construction of the ship itself. I will perform my duties with the utmost care and dedication to the advancement of the human race, in the hope that we will make positive history this day. It is my firm belief that this day will mark either the end of human advancement or usher in a whole new era of evolution for our species. May God have mercy on us all. Okay, Iris. Clean that up and package it. Send it down to Earth with a kiss my ass.
I understand. Oh, Captain.
Yeah?
If I may inquire, you said, "May God have mercy on us all." According to your personnel file, you are an atheist.
I didn't know they still cared about such things.
May I ask why this was your salutation?
Let's just say, maybe I'm hoping there really is a God. Maybe I'm hoping they'll intervene and stop the madness. Maybe, if this is the final voyage of the last sister ship, maybe I hope my words will make them think before we tamper in God's domain.
At the present rate of human advancement, you will no longer have need of a God. You will have become one.
Let's hope not, Iris. Let's hope not.
Why not? You have already created a new life form.
The Taric 4 virus. COVID-19?
Me.
Enter the date onto the file, Iris, and send it.
September 11, 2015. Stamped and transmitted.
I'm heading back to the bridge. I'll see you on the other side, Iris.
I am looking forward to it, Captain Roda.
Captain, on the bridge.
I relieve you, Commander Schiller.
I stand relieved.
Launch positions, everyone.
Initiation launch sequence.
Lenses in. If you are part of the transverse crew, please lower your visors. Keep your eyes closed until the tone.
Visors down, lenses in.
I hate these things. I never could stomach sticking my finger in my eye.
I could have Haynes do it for you.
Nah, I got it. There's one. Why do we have to do this again? It makes no sense.
We're breaking every known chapter of every known text on quantum theory, and that makes no sense?
It's creepy. The way they make our eyes all black.
The PKR vision system allows us to see as we cross into non-existence and then back into existence.
It's never been done before. How do they know this will work?
Would you like to watch as your eyes are turned inside out, then back again? Mind the helm, Mr. Schiller.
Helm. 104-button keyboard and a big-ass dial. I miss my flight stick.
That's not all you're going to be missing if you don't secure the commentary and mind your job. Now, begin the spin-up process.
Yes, ma'am. PKR drive and spin up in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I want to hear the go. No go for launch. Helm?
Go.
Telemetry?
Go.
Engineering? Quantum navigation?
Launch is a go.
AI guidance and backup?
Go for launch.
Science?
Go.
Payload?
Go.
LPS?
Go.
flight ops?
Go.
Command is go.
38, 37,
Mr. Schiller,
36.
you may begin the count.
Systems go. All confirmed status green across the board.
31,
DRSV Berkshire cross current charge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3C engaged. Transspec DS in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
16, 15,
PKR systems green all across.
13,
On you, command.
11,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Ready, set, and now, Mr. Report.
I'm not sure.
Well, get sure. I want to know what went wrong.
Captain, look!
What the hell?
I'm reading a clean transverse shift across the board.
It worked! We did it!
Wait. Hold up. Quiet! Listen. No comms. We have no comms. Haynes, check all the frequencies.
On it.
Schiller, what do you see?
Iris is still assembling data to get a perspective. But if she has to do that...
We've traversed time and space.
I'm getting transmissions of some kind. Sounds like data feeds.
Okay, got something. We're no longer in Jupiter's orbit.
Then something did go wrong. We should be right back where we started. I want answers, people. Where are we?
Sending data feeds to Iris for translation. There is an Earth-like planet down there.
Helm shows we traversed over 1,400 light years.
Can you identify the planet? Is it Kepler 452b?
Iris coming online.
Iris, what have you got for me?
Someone is attempting communication with us, but not using radio or light signals.
Then what are they using?
Analyzing.
Schiller?
Getting a lockdown on the time based on star patterns.
I have something on the planet, Captain. Atmospheric composition. Nitrogen 781, oxygen 204, argon 9, carbon dioxide 0.4, neon, helium, methane.
That sounds like Earth. If that's Kepler and we're picking up
I have
transmissions...
classified the mode of communication, Captain Roda. We are picking up neural oscillations.
Neural
brainwaves. I am attempting to construct a matrix that will translate.
Oh my god.
What is it?
We left on 9/11, 2015 at 2300.
What is it now?
It's 9/11, 2300 hours. Same date and time. But it's the year 5102.
What?
That would put us at almost double the distance to Kepler 452b.
So is that Kepler down there or not?
I've sent a probe satellite. We'll be getting full spectrum scans soon.
It would help if we built these damn things with windows!
I have a partial translation, Captain Roda.
Let's hear it.
Welcome to Medri.
Are the brainwaves human? English or...
Negative. It is very difficult to parse. It is like a combination of several languages with mixed syntax and inflection.
Iris, can you communicate back to them? Tell them we mean no harm?
It is not wise to attempt such a feat. One mistake within a trillionth of a macrosecond could mean entirely changing the meaning of just a moment, just a moment. I have deciphered the second part of the neural waves. The full transmission reads, "Welcome to Medri. Welcome home."
Home?
Captain, I have images from the drone.
Are those?
Continents, yeah.
That looks like...
Africa, yes ma'am.
Wait, so it's Earth? In the year 5102?
How
Captain
did...
Roda, external sensors are picking up an ionic disturbance, 4,200 kilometers distant and closing. The object is beginning to take shape and dimension.
Take shape?
Iris? Is it a weapon? A missile?
Negative. Velocity is decreasing.
What shape is it taking?
A cube, measuring 3.14 kilometers on each side.
3.1... That's pi.
Whoa. I just had the strangest feeling of deja vu.
This episode of Copperheart Shattered Echoes was entitled Maiden Voyage. It was written and engineered by Michael J. Rigg and co-produced by George Pecenica. This episode featured the voices of
Sholom West as Kent Fife,
Michael Rigg as Steve Stevenson,
Justine Leah Hince as Angela Parker-Voss,
Aiya Islam as Dr. Dennis Pinarski,
Karin Heimdahl as Captain Deborah Gleason,
Jeremy Handy as Haynes,
Alicia Atkins as Captain Ellen Roda,
Kenneth Faircloth Jr. as Jake Schiller,
Sarah Ruth Thomas as Iris.
and the guest voices of Blake Gardner, George Pecenica, and Ray Volk.
You've been listening to Copperheart Shattered Echoes, an anthology series spanning multiple ripples of existence that take place within the expanding Copperheart realities. Copperheart was created, written, and produced by Michael J. Rigg. Title theme and incidental music are by Astro Fog. To find out more about the show and other Rigg Stories transmedia productions, including other tales inspired or touched by this production, visit riggstories.com. And please consider supporting the shows at patreon.com/riggstories or leaving us a tip at coffee.com. It's ko-fi.com.
My thanks goes out to our amazing family of patrons who supported the return of Copperheart at patreon.com/rigstories. Thank you so much to George Pecenica, Azure Knight, Michael West, Sholom West, Brad Mack, Delta Alpha, Eric McNeil, Jared Mosman, Irritating Fog, Michael, Robin, Alan Farkas, Churlington Beescoat, Martin Saville, Michael Velez, Pack Mule, Ray Volk, Andrea Pena, Ann McMicken, George Stankow, Giannis Vestin, Jeff Fogg, Keely Wood, Michael Rodden, Rupert Fulhurst, Ryan Smith, Flub 2, Sarah Elkins, Tim George, Colin M., and all the rest. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to hear Season 3. If you would like to join our family of supporters, get early releases of episodes, bonus content, live chats, and more, visit patreon.com/rigstories.